What's up my friends, it's Mike again, glad to have you guys back. Today is very exciting because we are unboxing Secretlab's brand new standing desk, the Magnus Pro. So this is the motorized standing desk version of their metal gaming desk, and it actually comes in two sizes. This is the bigger version, so there's the Magnus Pro and then there's the Magnus Pro XL. And with the launch of this desk, they also made a few new customized accessories for it. So in this video, we're gonna unbox it, we're gonna set it up and go through all the new features and accessories, and then we're gonna go through my first impressions of using the desk. And by the way, this video is not sponsored. I'm not getting paid to say anything good or bad about it, so if it sucks, you'll definitely know about it. But as you're going through the video, keep in mind that this is a prototype, so things may change in the final production model. And without further ado, let's open this up and see what it's all about. So there's two versions of the desk. The Pro XL is the one I chose to test out because I usually have a lot of computer accessories, so having extra desk space to fit it all would be nice. So with the first box, it contains the metal cable tray, rear cover, and the desktop itself. The desk looks huge, and it's definitely quite heavy as the top is covered with metal. Usually I can build desks all by myself because I've got some decent muscles, but in this case I would definitely recommend getting help building this desk. As for the cable tray, it looks like there's quite a change in design. It looks like it's just made from one big piece of sheet metal, and it does not have the removable cover in the middle for installing monitor arms and stuff like that like the previous version. Also, there are these new mounting blocks as well, which is used to hold and secure the rear cover. And in the second box you can find the mag pad, which is like the magnetic desk pad. There's also these super heavy duty motorized legs to help support the desk, as well as the metal feet. Now, to install this, it looks like the motor is built right into the leg or the column, and all I had to do was to connect the two cables to it and put it in the slot. There's screws on the side to secure itself to the desktop, so it's nice that I don't have to drill anything into the desk itself, unlike all the other standing desks that I've built before. The metal base feet are secured at the bottom of the legs over here, and I think the important thing to notice is how the mounting point is not at the center. It's kind of placed closer to the back. Moving along, we have to install these mounting blocks at the end of the table, and it turns out that these are used to secure both the cable tray and the hinged rear cover. And with this desk, the control box or the touch interface to adjust the height is built right into the desk, so to lift it up for the first time you do have to protect it with the foam covers that were used to protect it in the box, so when you're flipping it over it doesn't get damaged. Again, I don't think I could have lifted this on my own. I would definitely get someone else to help you turn this table over, because afterwards you can have a quick sword fight. It was fun and all, but then I realized I'm a bit too old for this kind of stuff. Anyways, after installing the rear cover, it's finally time to plug the desk in. The cool thing is that it uses this heavy-duty power cable and it's connected to the back of the desk through the leg itself. This is the first time I've seen this kind of thing. This powers the desk to move up and down, and it also leads power to a power socket built right into the desk itself. This is where I connected my power bar that I usually use, and I think this is great because this is the first time that I didn't have to use any effort to hide the power cable for a standing desk at all. The other cool feature is this built-in interface to adjust the height. I think this is the first time I've used a touch interface on a standing desk, and I gotta say that the controls are pretty accurate to the touch, and the desk moves very quickly and quietly. On the warning stickers and the manual, it does say that the maximum load is 265 pounds including the desktop, and it tells me to not sit on the desk, but if you know me and watch my desk reviews, you know I gotta put my life on the line and test this out. I don't think I'm supposed to do this, but it says it can support 265 pounds. I'm like 160, so it should be fine. And my weight is evenly distributed on this thing, and let's go to this setting over here. I think it's 125. Okay, so this is actually really tall. I'm really close to the ceiling right now, and it looks pretty dangerous, but the motor is super quiet and it feels super smooth, and I'm kind of scared now. Let's go back down before something happens. So, I think I survived that pretty well. So that was cool and all, but here's the thing. When I started to do my wobble test, at 65 centimeters, which is my sitting height, the desk is rock solid. However, it gets more interesting as we go higher. At 100 centimeters, which is my standing height, I can start seeing the wobbles, and when we go even higher at 125 centimeters, this just doesn't look right. there's too much wobble. In my experience, all standing desks wobble a bit, especially when it goes higher. I think it will be more stable once we set the desk up and get some weight on the desk. We'll test this later on. As for the desk accessories, the desk came with the mag pad. The color scheme is black on black this time, so I guess it looks more pro. Installing this on the desk definitely makes it feel and look a lot more premium. Next, Secretlab actually made their own monitor arms. Right when I unboxed it, I gotta say that it looks really cool. I'm glad they added the red lines as accents, and again, everything is made of metal, so it's quite heavy. The innovative thing about this is this base part where it mounts to the table. I think it's designed specifically to be used for this desk because they don't have that open part under the desk in the middle of the cable tray anymore. So to mount and secure this, you can just actually adjust the tightness on the top, which makes it so much easier to do. This is just something that I wish all other monitor arms were like. The arm has 2 pieces to it and it looks very easy to adjust in every direction. And on the box, it does say that it can only take up to 20 pounds. So when I installed my 35-inch ultra-wide monitor on it, it instantly could not handle the weight. I think my monitor might be a bit more than 20 pounds. This is the only monitor that I had and I wasn't too happy about this at first. But there is a part where you can adjust the tension and I had to turn it all the way to the max to kind of make it work. I couldn't get it to lift my monitor to the maximum height, but it's just enough so that it's still a good height for me. The other cool thing to notice is how they built the cable management in the arms. It uses this little metal part which is magnetic in both pieces to hold in and hide the cables to keep them out of sight. Right now, I'm just very impressed with the attention to detail with the cable management in every part so far. And talking about cable management, I have a lot of things on my gaming desk, so there's gonna be a lot of cables. For setting everything up, I made sure to only plug everything in while the desk is against the wall and see if I could manage and hide all the cables from the front. The cable management tray is huge, so it was very easy to just throw the cables in. It looks like a mess inside the cable tray, but once I close the cover, it's all good. Also, notice how satisfying it is to see that there's no cables dangling at all under the desk. Now, if you want to add some lighting to the setup, there is this nanoleaf light strip that's made specifically for this desk. It uses magnets on the top of the strip as well, so installing it was super easy, and it makes the desk look that much cooler. The other new accessory is this PC tower mount. Again, all these parts are made of metal, so it feels very premium and heavy duty. So you can install this on both the left and right side of the desk, and to install it, it's actually secured on the columns and under the motor itself. So to secure your tower to this, there's this knob where you can lock and unlock the height adjustment. And then there's another piece which slides right into the first, which secures the tower sideways. So it's very cool to see how the entire thing moves up and down with the desk. This is gonna make cable management a lot easier. Also, I can see how this is actually quite useful if you want to save space on the desk, especially if you're getting the smaller version of the desk and not the XL. Now, after setting it all up, I finally had the chance to sit down and game on it. And of course, it had to be League of Legends. That's the only game I know how to play these days. So when I'm gaming like intensely, I'm always sitting down. I love how adjustable the desk is. You can actually move it up and down by like really small increments so that you can get the perfect height. And this works great because you can have your armrest parallel with the desk and have it flat so you can just rest your arm there. Also, compared to their old desk, this desk goes even lower, so I didn't need to use a footrest. So for the shorter guys like me, I think you're gonna be okay with this one. And when I do want to start standing, the desk actually moves very quickly and quietly. I definitely think it was an improved version of the Magnus, because if I was gonna get a desk, I would get a standing desk. Because as a content creator, when I'm doing my voiceovers, it's a lot more natural for me to speak into the mic when I'm standing. And when I do want to chill and relax, I can just go into my zero gravity mode when the desk is high and my chair is reclined, and I can just sit back and relax and, you know, chill. So far I'm pretty impressed with the desk. There's a lot of things that I like and only 2 things that I don't like. So at first when Secretlab said that they're making a standing desk, I really thought that they were gonna just slap on some third-party standing legs on their existing metal gaming desk, the Magnus. However, actually seeing it in person and using it, everything is actually custom made. They built it like from the ground up themselves. And I think this is actually quite impressive. They made everything their own. So I think doing that must have been really hard, but at the same time they made a lot of innovative features like adding the power through the legs, and the cable management is top notch. So of all the standing desks that I've tried so far, I think it has the best cable management and power solution, because there's just no cables on my desk at all. They're all hidden in that cable tray and in that little gap. because when I'm using the desk, it's just awesome seeing that there's no cables at all. It's clutter free, except for my headphones, which are wired, and I gotta have the wire hanging around. However, they do have those magnetic accessories to help you cable manage the wires to make it more manageable, and those are custom made as well to make it look more Secretlab. And the other thing that I didn't mention is that underneath the table, there's actually these cable channels at the end of the tables that you can route cables through, so that is pretty useful as well and really well thought out. And the other thing I really liked was how big the table was. I love how they have two sizes now, and the bigger size just fits everything, because when I compared it to my smaller table and the stuff I had on it, I can barely fit my speakers and everything was kind of cramped. I had to place my laptop on the side on top of the drawer to make it all kind of fit. So if you're thinking about getting the Pro XL, I would measure your room to see if that fits. If you do have a PC tower, I think you could fit it on the desk and you don't necessarily need the PC mount underneath, although I think it would look a bit neater if you want to save space. But if you're getting the smaller one, I think you definitely would need that PC tower mount. And the last thing I was really impressed with was the monitor arms. They actually look really good. And the way that you can tighten and adjust the mount on top of the desk is just brilliant. I wish like all the other manufacturers would do that. However, I would not recommend you using it with an ultra-wide monitor or a monitor that's over 20 pounds because it just doesn't lift it and you can't adjust it. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose. So Secretlab, if you're watching, please make a stronger monitor arm. They do have a dual monitor arm as well, but for the ultra-wide dudes out there like me, we need the stronger one. So after this video, I'm probably gonna switch it out to with the other monitor arm that I'm using that can hold the weight. And now onto the things that I didn't like and things that they can improve on. So the first thing, of course, is the wobble. So I would say that with everything on my desk, the wobble is a lot better than when it was empty. Even with all my computer accessories and stuff set up on the desk, it does wobble a bit more than usual standing desks that I've tried in the past. And at higher heights, it just doesn't look right. So this is quite a serious problem. I was quite concerned. So I did have to contact them and get them to check it out, and they said that this doesn't look right either. They said that with these prototypes, they're actually made differently from their final production models. They have all these machines and checks in place to make sure the tolerances are really strict and to make sure that it's not going to wobble like the one that I have. So with that being said, you guys are going to have to watch a longer term review from someone else or myself, or you guys can check out the pinned comments. I will try to update you guys there. And the second thing that I noticed is actually with the touch interface. The touch controls are actually great. They're really sensitive, and by really sensitive, I mean like you can accidentally like press it and it will go up and down. So that's why they have that little toggle over there. So with the toggle, there's just a little tiny thing with the green and the red. When it's on fully, you can still see a bit of red on the side, but when you turn it off, you can't see any green, so that's just something tiny to fix. But the bigger problem that I have with it is with the height indicator. It seems kind of blurry, like the light kind of blooms and it gets kind of blurry, and I think it's because the LED is actually here and then they have like a screen in front, so it kind of like diffuses in a weird way. And I just noticed that because when I compare it to my ergonomics desk or autonomous desk, it doesn't look the same at all. Those are a lot more clearer. And the other little thing is, I don't know why they used green and red. Maybe it's like a go and stop situation. I personally would have preferred it if both the up and down arrows were just plain white. So that's just a tiny thing that I noticed, and if they can fix that in the final production model, that would be great. Now, as for the price of the desk, the normal standard Magnus Pro is $799, and to get the desk mat, you do have to add another 50 bucks to it, so that's like $850. And the Magnus Pro XL is $950 on its own, and if you add the 50 bucks, it's like almost $1,000. So at those prices, it's not a cheap desk. However, when you're comparing it to other brands like Autonomous with the same size desk, you're getting the integrated power supply, the cable tray, and all that. So I do think that the Magnus Pro XL is definitely worth it over that. And when you compare it to like Ergonoffice, which is like a lot more expensive because of the solid wood desktops. So it's really a preference. I do think that solid wood desktops are more premium and that the look is more timeless. However, with the Magnus Pro priced at what it is, you do get a lot more tech and a lot more features. Again, if you're someone who doesn't like cable management or doesn't want to do it at all, this table would be the solution to help you keep your desk tidy from all those cable and clutter on your desk. So if you like the look of the desk and you like all the magnetic accessories that you can use to customize it with, I definitely think they did an awesome job with this one, and it's a great choice if you're looking for a standing desk. So guys, if you're interested in the desk, I do have a link in the description below for you to check out. It is my affiliate link, so if you want to support the channel and help a brother out, you can use my link. Also, if you have any questions at all, remember to comment comment below. I'd love to help you guys out. And if you're still watching up to this point, thank you so much for supporting my videos and watching till the end. Make sure you drop a water wave emoji to let me know that you watch up to this point. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye! Oh, hi there. If you're wondering if the desk leveled up my gaming skills, I think I made it clear in the past that having nice things are nice, but if you suck, having nice things just make you more honest, because you have no excuses when you still lose. At least with this desk, I can lose comfortably in Bronze 2. Every day. Anyways, I know that's sad. I've been playing this game for like 5 years now. Remember to like and subscribe.